Hello viewers, welcome to our channel. Today in this video, we will talk about the Dubai ruler Sheikh Muhammed Al Maktoum is one of the 5 richest monarchs in the world with a fortune of $18 billion. But by the number of wives, he is out of competition. The most famous of them, Princess Haya, escaped from the monarch along with her children in 2019. And this is not the only scandalous episode in the life of the Sheikh's wives. But why spouses and even children didn't get along with the wealthy Sheikh? And how many wives did he really have? We'll tell you about it in detail in this video. Subscribe to the channel and give us your likes. Let's get started. Sheikh Muhammed was born in 1949, so his age is approaching 75. During his long life, he has witnessed the transformation of Dubai from a poor fishing village to a fleshy metropolis. For the past 15 years, Muhammad has been the head of the emirate. Under his leadership, Dubai has become a world center of tourism, a hub of technology and luxury. Much of this has happened thanks to Muhammad's activism and ambition. I don't know such a word as impossible. It isn't in my vocabulary, and only weak people who are afraid of challenges use it. This statement of Muhammad can be considered his life credo, and it concerns not only the management of the emirate, but also his personal life. There were so many women in the fate of the monarch that probably some of them the Sheikh doesn't even remember. Muhammad had 3 or 4 wives at a time, and they changed periodically. This usually happened when the next wife quarreled with him. Then he broke off relations with the woman, intimidated her, and took the children for himself. The first such episode happened in the 1970s. When Muhammad was 23 years old, he went to Lebanon. In Beirut, the crown prince of Dubai met a simple girl named Randa Albana. She was only 16 years old. Feelings layered up between Muhammad and Randa. They went to London and soon got married. At first, they lived more according to European traditions. Her husband didn't impose Bedouin customs on Randa and even dedicated poems to her. However, after the birth of their daughter and the family's move to Dubai, Muhammad revealed his nature. He became unusually bossy and began to treat Randa as a master treats a powerless concubine. They began to spar regularly, but the worst was ahead for Randa. When their daughter Manal was 5 months old, the relationship ended in divorce. Muhammad threw Randa out of the palace and kept the child. It's hard to believe, but for 20 years, Randa came to Dubai and begged her ex-husband to show her daughter, at least from afar. However, Sheikh Muhammed refused, and then he told his ex-wife the news that shocked her. He said she would never see her daughter again and barred her from entering Dubai for life. Manal is now 46 years old, and the monarch is carefully enforcing his ban. Immediately after Randa, the Sheikh had several new wives, whose fate we will tell a little later. They gave birth to 3 more girls, and only the 5th child was a long-awaited boy for the Eastern rule. He was named Marwan, and he was born from a German woman, whose name is unknown. The Sheikh didn't even take her as a wife, but simply took away the child. Most likely, he paid the German woman to give up her son, or used other arguments for this purpose. Despite the fact that Marwan is Muhammad's eldest son, the Sheikh didn't make him an heir. Perhaps this is the fault of too European appearance of the boy or hidden dislike of his father. At the age of 30, Sheikh Muhammad married his cousin Hind Al Maktoum, who became his senior wife. Unlike most of the Sheikh's wives, she managed to build a good relationship with her husband throughout her life. Perhaps because she was brought up in the same traditions, she bore her powerful husband 12 children, most of whom hold senior positions in Dubai's government. Their eldest son Rashid was the crown prince. Unfortunately, Rashid's fate turned out tragically. In 2015, he died at the age of 33. The official reason was a heart attack, but evil tongues say that Prince Rashid got hooked on heavy drugs, which brought him to the grave. Now the crown prince of Dubai is Rashid's younger brother Hamdan, also the son of Hind. Muhammad's other wives was less fortunate than Hind. Huriya, an Algerian woman, bore Muhammad 5 children. He eventually grew cold to her and divorced her. The common children were kept by the Sheikh, as usual. A similar story happened with the Lebanese monarch's wife Delilah. After the birth of 3 children and divorce, she was denied their upbringing. But with the Greek woman Zoya Grivorikos, it seems there was a temporary marriage, a messiah, which didn't oblige the Sheikh to support his wife. They met in London, and soon after Zoya had a daughter, Christina. It seems that Sheikh Muhammad didn't even know she was born. Christina was raised as a Christian and lived in Europe. But at the age of 16, she moved to Dubai and her father officially recognized her. Christina accepted Islam and became known to the world as the beautiful Sheikha Mara. By the way, she recently married her cousin, Sheikh Muhammed. The fate of the German girl who gave birth to Marwan was repeated by a beautiful wife from Turkey. Her name is not mentioned anywhere, but it is known that after the birth of her daughter Ella in 1997, the woman disappeared without a trace. The girl received the title of sheikha and was brought up with the rest of Muhammad's children. But the ruler of Dubai never recognized his son Suhail. The boy was born in December 1992. His mother, Lebanese Polina Abarachad, didn't receive the status of the official wife of the monarch. This is probably due to the fact that the woman is a convinced Christian and didn't agree to convert to Islam. Her son didn't receive the status of a prince, but spent his childhood with his mother and didn't see palace intrigues like his siblings. According to rumors, Polina repeatedly tried to contact Sheikh Muhammed, but he categorically refused to make contact. Princess Haya was the wisest of all the wives of the Dubai ruler. Being the next wife of Muhammad, she learned in detail about the fate of her predecessors. When relations with her husband cooled to the point of divorce, she decided to be proactive. She ran away with her children to London without waiting for her husband to take them away from her. Rumor has it that the princess also feared for her life because of her affair with an English security guard. In the capital of Britain, Haya hired a solid security guard and filed for divorce in the High Court. As a result, the woman managed to sue the monarch for $730 million and keep the children to herself. Who knows if Muhammad won't try to get them back in some way. This is exactly what happened to his daughter Latifa, who was born to a Lebanese woman named Huria. This wife of the sheikh, as mentioned earlier, was banished from the palace when Latifa was still a baby. At the age of 10, the girl learned that she was not being raised by her mother at all. At 16, she decided to run away from her father, who had treated her mother so cruelly. She tried to escape twice and almost succeeded. She was caught and imprisoned. But that's another story, which we'll tell you about in the next video. Officially, Sheikh Muhammed had 6 wives. Now we know he had at least 3 unofficials. Most likely there are more, but only the ruler of Dubai knows the exact number. If we missed someone, write in the comments. It will be interesting to know everyone. Subscribe to the channel, put a like, and see you soon.